Good evening. Welcome to Israel's Vision. It's me again, Shells. I hope you guys have been having a wonderful week. Today's Wednesday. We're almost there, y'all. So today is not really going to be like a structured video. I don't necessarily have a set point or topic. I'm just going to share a couple things with you and a couple words that I received from the Most High. Shining your light, I always say that at the end of my videos, and we already know that we're called to be the salt and the light of the earth. And I just wanted to say, shining your light doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do YouTube videos. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to preach or give billions of dollars to charity. Shining your light could be just as simple as being of service to someone, like cooking dinner for your neighbors, or being of assistance, while at the grocery store to someone that you see struggling. Like I said, you could be working at Taco Bell, shining your light. You don't have to be a preacher. You don't have to be, this big donator. You don't have to do these, what we would think of as huge things to make this world better. And I always say to people, people always, look over little things, and they only, take, more prominent things into consideration when things happen. But I always like to say that the big things are the little things. You know what I mean? Because it's the little things that are consistent. You know what I'm saying? Big things don't happen all the time. They happen every now and then, and that's why they're considered big things. But the consistent things are the things that shape our daily lives and truly make life. So, even in essence of things being done right or wrong, the small things really are what matters. It's those little things that you do for people. It's that little smile that you give to the corner store person every day. It's that little word of encouragement that you give to your coworker. It's all of those little things that you can do to shine your light and help make this world a better place. They say that in order to change the world, you have to start with yourself. And they also say that once you change yourself, everything around you automatically gets better. Like if you do better for yourself, even your family will benefit from that. Your peers will benefit from that. Your children will benefit from that. So in order to do these big things, we really have to start with the little things. And it might even just be as simple as getting up with a thankful attitude and being kind to everyone you see that day. But those small little things of higher vibration, they cause ripples that truly do, in all essence, start changing things. And so as we continue to go on and we watch the world fall apart around us, as we are all watching and seeing, between the coronavirus to now the wars and the this and the this, people are dying. It's really sad. I go on Facebook, all I see is rest in peace posts left and right. People are dying more and quicker than I've witnessed in life, and I am not the only one who actually feels that way. There's other people that we've all kind of realized recently that there's just people are falling left and right. There's floods, there's fires, there's volcanoes. We're literally watching the world fall apart around us. But remember, I said the old has to go for the new to come. So we're watching everything fall apart around us, but it's those little things that we're gonna do that are gonna help kind of regrow this earth as we come back from this. Because like I said, this is the beginning. This is a beginning of a new age, a new world. And I'm not saying new world like in New World Order or the things that people of lower vibration want to implement. I am speaking of what some would call the millennial reign of Christ, or the golden age, or the age of Aquarius. Again, I know some of you would like to argue and say, well, those other things are not of God, but I'm telling you, it's really all saying the same thing. And the Most High really judges our hearts. And I'm not saying that the Bible doesn't matter, or that the law, or what the Most High said doesn't matter. I'm not saying any of that, because all of it matters at the end of the day. But what I am saying is we are going into this new world, and we have to keep our vibrations high. We have to shine our lights. The lower vibrations are not going to be tolerated in this new earth. Some would call it the 5D earth. And it's just the little things that really make the big things. So I wanted to kind of touch on that. I know I kind of went in a couple different places, but it was all pertinent to each other. So, but on to another thing. been having this reoccurring dream for the last couple years, and it's in my dreams. Sometimes I can actually like feel and smell and taste, and like I'm in a regular, everyday life in my dreams. So this dream, for the last couple years, I have it maybe once or twice a month. And in the dream, I come to like a bridge. You know the bridges where the ships go under and they go up? So, the bridges that go like up when the ships go under? So it's either like that, or it's a hill or a mountain or just some type of incline that I come to while I'm driving. And it's like every time I come to it, I start feeling like really nervous and anxious because I know in my dream that every time I come to it, it's not like a regular hill. It's like I'm driving straight up. And in the dream, I could feel my back pressed against the seat and my heart is pounding. And sometimes I try to like turn around. But even if I do manage to turn around, it's like the dream brings me to another hill and I have to go up it. And so in this dream, I always get up the hill. Like I don't never fall. Sometimes I get up and over it. And sometimes I just get up and then I wake up. But I know every time when I come to it again in the dream, I get like nervous because of it, it's so real. And so last night I had the dream again, and for the first time in my dream, and it was like last night it was like I went up like 5, 6, 7 different hills in my dream. It was like my mom was driving once and then I was driving, and mind you, I've never fallen, but last night in my dream I was going up and I felt myself go back. It was like we were stopped, and when I went to go press the gas to go again to get up the hill, my car fell back. And this is the first time in my dream that this has happened. And the car fell back, but I felt it hit another car. Like I felt it back up against another car, like there was another car. And then I didn't feel anything. And it was like almost like a game when when you die in a video game, it reroutes you to the same part you stopped. And I ended up getting over the hill, but it was just kind of like, I guess what I'm saying is something transpired today, and it kind of made the dream make sense because, like I said, in this dream, I always get over the hill, or I either wake up, I never fall back. And last night was the first night that I fell back in my dream, but another car stopped me. And today was another first for me in actual real life, where I usually I'm the one with the answers, or the one that has the assistance, or the this or the this, and usually I'm the one that's able to share whatever it is I have. And today was a day where I really didn't have what I needed. And every now and then my sister, will help with something if I need, or like my mom, if she knows I need something, she'll try to, or my cousin will do something for me that they know that I need when I need to get my medicine or whatever it may be. But I don't really too much ask for help. And so today I didn't have what I needed to do what I needed to do. And it was like God was using this opportunity to show me that I do have people around me that care, and not just to be there emotionally or for moral support, but are actually willing to assist in other ways, whether it be financial or this or this. And it was almost like God was using my fall or my lack of whatever to basically give somebody else a chance to step up to the plate and be assistive, and to also show me that there is other people willing to step up to the plate and be assistive, that you're not as alone as you think. There is people that do care. And it was just it was almost like the dream happened for it to be kind of brought all together for my overstanding, because like I said, I don't never fall in the dream, and I also don't never usually have to go to a neighbor or someone for certain types of assistance. Like maybe sometimes I need to vent, but I don't really ever need too much more than that. And today I did, and it was just kind of like God, and in my dream when I fell back, remember I was saying like I fell back against another car, so it wasn't like I fell all the way down, another car caught me. And then today, even though I didn't have what I needed, or what I normally would be able to work with, somebody else was able to step up and give me that, and they caught me. They caught, where I was lacking or where I fell short at today. And it was almost like it was necessary to happen like that for God to tell me that. And this is kind of touching also on the video that I did the other day, where sometimes God uses your situation, or you think you're going through it, but he's using you to gauge somebody else's heart, or to see if somebody else is going to be there for you. And he's trying to see, where are people's hearts at? Are they willing to step up? Are they willing, they know they might have a little extra that day. Are they willing to put that in? So sometimes we think we're going through it, and we're not. We're being used by God to see what other people are going to do. And it was like, I was puzzled this morning, and I'm going to be honest, it really bothered me that in my dream I fell back, because it was just like, that's never happened. And these dreams, they give me like, not an anxiety, because like I said, at the end of the day, I know God is in control. Even in my dream last night when I fell back, I was like, oh God, please, and the car caught me. But kind of like, it makes me nervous. So when I fell back in my dream, and I know there's meaning to this dream because I remember it, and I had it more than once over the last couple years. So it was very startling to me this morning to wake up and I fell for the first time in my dream. But then when I was having my issues, it was like I fell in real life too a little bit. And there was someone there to catch me too. And it was like God brought the dream and the instance today together to bring this message yet again, that, you just really have to go with the flow. If in the book of Job, he lost everything. Like, it was like, and it was back to back to back. It was like, first he heard that, like, and please forgive me. It's been a minute since I read the book, so I might be out of order, but it was like he lost his crops. And then after he lost his crops, he found out he lost his kids. And then after he found out all his kids died, his cattle died. And then he started getting sores, and then he lost all his money, and he lost his land. And it was just like, all these things happened back to back to back. And they were like, why aren't you cursing God right now? And he's like, no, I'm not going to curse God. I know God has a plan for this. And it was like, after everything was said and done, he was blessed tenfold. He got everything black. He got like 10 times the crops, 10 times the money. He ended up where he lost, however many, I think it was, I'm going to have to go back, and get the correct for this, or if you want to read the book of Job and it'll give you the correct, or you even Google it, will give you the answer. But he lost so many kids, and he ended up having like 10 times that, with his wife again. He basically lost everything but his wife and his life, and he was restored more than what he lost. And it was all specifically just so God could get the glory. So what I'm saying here is just like, we really have to learn to go with the flow. And I know it sounds crazy to say, oh, if you lose all your kids and your land and you're covered in sores, yes, you still need to praise God, the creator, the source, because at the end of the day, he still gives us our life. And I know some people are like, oh, you're freaking nuts. Like, why would I be happy about any of that? It's not the point. It's about the glory of creation and the creator. And it's not meant for you. Sometimes your life is meant for more than you. And when you realize that, that's a righteous enough cause to even continue to endure. And this is why it says that strive to enter in and endure to the end. And those endure to the end are the ones that will be saved, because it's rough. It's rough. But when you realize that if you go through this, it might help somebody else, or it might condition you in a way where you're able to lead or create something that can change the world, then it's worth it. It's for a righteous cause, it's all worth it. And so I guess that separates who from who, because I'm willing to endure for that. And I'm willing, if it takes for me to go through these things, yes, I don't want to have to be homeless. I don't want to have to do this. I don't want to have to go without. But if that's God's plan and it takes that for him to gauge others, or for him to work his miraculous plan in my life, then so be it. And so I wanted to share that with you. I wanted to share my dream with you, and just to share with you guys that even if you're struggling, like, no, God has a plan, and it's not going to be forever. He will give you beauty for your ashes. You will be restored, but you have to endure. going through it and then saying screw it and just giving up, like that's not going to be the thing that reaps in your blessings. There's always a season before the harvest. You don't plant the seed and then go the next day and get the fruit. So all I'm saying, you guys, is just keep going, keep your heads up. If you know that you're trying to do the right things, if you know that you're trusting in the Most High and you're still going through it, know that that's part of your plan and that you will reap the blessings for it. And do not stop. Do not quit. And remember, keep shining your lights. Until next time, thank you.